Hello, and here I am again with another Eccles Chess Club online tournament. This time it's the Holland & Co Shield, being held every Friday at 7:30 in the afternoon. And so far we have 6 people entered into this weekly tournament. Hopefully we'll have a good tournament, and I'm playing not Judith again. If she's here. There we go. I like to keep my bishop coming onto this file if there's a trade. Eyes the rook as soon as it comes up. Maybe we play here. My future ideas are thinking about playing this, and getting my knight into this square. Okay, there's no real downside that I can see of getting my knight here. Maybe the bishop moves back, but that's fine. We'll play this for now. Just normal developing moves. We'll let white push. I was thinking about maybe playing this, but weren't too sure. Tries to hold white's advance. I can get a few trades here, but let's see. I'm thinking about something like knight here, and takes, knight takes, and then if captures, pawn, bishop captures, that's fine. If push, then knight comes here, attacking the bishop. But then captures and threatening my queen. So maybe not. I'd like to castle, but if I castle, then bishop takes. And I end up. I think I'm still fine. At this point, yeah, I'll castle. Because if takes, I can take with the pawn or take with the bishop. I think I'll be taking with the bishop in this scenario. Because if captures, I've got bishop takes, and there's always this push pawn move. We've got our bishop opening up on the king. Now this knight is pinned though, because, well, no it's not, sorry, I didn't see that. Sorry earlier, but it's just a short little mind blank. Okay. Try and see what moves I have. I think that's what I need to play and possibly try and play for that. I think she's going for. I could do something similar with queen here, knight here. I'd have to get my bishop up. queen here and takes... Not sorry, queen here, then takes. Maybe my bishop's not so great where it is. I need to defend this pawn some more. I don't need this rook over here anymore. I could come over here and start pushing these. Let's do that. Okay. No threat because the knight defends here. So we'll just do this. Thinking if this knight moves here, then I have this pawn move, which wins material. Like, she can play capture, capture, and capture. Then I capture this bishop as well, so I get a queen and a bishop for a bishop and a rook. So this knight's stuck here, and if this knight's stuck here, that means this rook's stuck here. And that's a real wow move. Just looks like it's a completely free piece. I don't see any downside in taking this piece here whatsoever. Because I always had this weakness here from this bishop move. The only reason you'd want to open this file is if you had a rook here, and it doesn't look like a rook's coming through. Because like I said, this rook's stuck here, and this rook's stuck here. So that's just a free piece. Okay. Let's start trading off material. That's a real weakening move, because I was worried about putting my knight here because of this square, and then I end up losing this file, but now this knight's safe here. Not much you can do to get rid of it. This pawn is now protected from the bishop, so I think that's a real aggressive move to just play that, but I don't think it's a good one. It's just trying to lash out. This pawn's now double attacked, so there's that, but I don't feel like taking it at the moment because it weakens my position. Okay. I'm just going for a real attempt at an attack here, so try and cool things down. So I'm thinking take here and then eventually play knight here because of a lot of threats that I can still deliver. I don't see how this is entering the position. It can't move here with this knight here. This knight's just blocking everything. Great piece. Bad piece, bad piece, bad piece, bad piece. This isn't doing anything here. Like, the only good piece is the queen. Like, admittedly, I've only got good piece, and you could probably say this one's okay, with these two being okay. My rooks aren't really doing anything, but I feel like my position's fairly good here. I do have an in-between move of knight here. Wondering what that accomplishes. I feel like that pawn move is probably a bad move by me, to be honest, because if I shouldn't have allowed this. Is this a good in-between move? I get to take here. So here, threatens the queen, queen's got to move. Bishop takes, pawn takes, it's good for me. Knight takes, I prefer that because I keep this knight here. So, we'll do this. Any trade of queens, like if queen here I trade, and then, well, I don't win this because the pawn moves and the knight is protected by the rook, but okay. So we win a knight. Because this works because of this can't attack because we're attacking the queen again. Yeah, we'll just take that bishop. Now good moves to consider in the future would be bishop here to open up the file, but this knight had a great square here, so why not just bring it straight back, attack the queen. The queen can't move in to attack the king because if these squares are protected. So doing this, we attack the queen, and now the bishop can move out and not be captured. So we get to keep a piece again. Now, having to be careful to not move it here, because if then queen takes here. Actually, no, it doesn't. So we can move the bishop here. Although I'd like to keep moving the knights and play this. So to protect the bishop, the queen's got to go here. And if the queen goes here, then rook here. And then the queen's got to go in this corner. And then we can play bishop over, and the position starts looking really good. Okay. So we're going to force the queen into this square, blocking off all movement from this rook. Like, this rook's going to be dead the whole game. I think that's better for me because of takes, and then takes with check, captures, bishop here, and then if captures, then bishop captures. So I'm winning material from this. I could even just take. Because there's no checks. Wondering if taking the bishop first is better. It keeps my structure on this side. Because takes, if he captures, then I just take here. And I like that position quite a bit. So we'll do that. I did have winning the exchange, but keep it simple and keep the position nice and strong. Go back to this. I think strategically better is just playing this, because then white's forced to capture, and then you get this with check. But it starts bringing more pawns into the centre, and it doubles these pawns, and I kind of like the look of this more. So we'll get onto the open file. This knight's just a beast. Got the 2 bishops. Very strong. Hoping for something like this, because I'd like to get this bishop into the game. At the moment it's just been babysitting this pawn. So this is a weakness I'd like to get rid of, which I can do now, because if rook takes, then bishop here forking the rooks. Well, skewering, sorry. I did have outright this, which I still do, so I'll do that. That's just a fork. Unfortunately, we have to give up our really good knight, which is a shame. I like this knight. Oh well. And this is just bad structure. Like, it's a lost position anyway, but it's a bad structure. So king here, we get the other rook over, and this is checkmate. Force mate, nothing to do here. So I'll pre-move, and that's checkmate, because the only other moves is to push a pawn. There you go. Good game, Barbara. Winwick. And do we get the French defence against him? We usually do in this position, so let's see. That's a standard manoeuvre. But he likes to play this. But we don't get it. Okay. There's an idea. But I'll capture this time around. We'll try and get this knight here. Now, maybe bishop here. I'm thinking about playing this, see what he does. Thinking about in future, this square. Should play bishop here, so I can capture here. I can't capture here, right, if the, well, I meant when the knight moves. I can play this now. I can't capture. Oh, I can actually. I was thinking I can't because... oh no, I can't still. Because of queen check. So we're just going to attack this knight first. Possibly going to see something like this soon. Obviously can't happen straight away because I just take this. So might even see this. But if, I'm thinking, if pawn push, knight captures, so I don't think I can, sorry, I don't think I can play this here because of bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes check, threatening checkmate. Knight can't move at the moment. I've seen this before. But there's no real threat to me not doing anything because I can just grab this, can't I? I can grab this and then place my knight here to prevent this attack. Because he has mate threats in this because of pawn push, bishop takes, and if my pawn takes then he checkmates me. So I can take, bishop takes, and then my queen has to move, and it's just not a nice position. But he is giving up this pawn here. Like, I don't have to do anything here, do I? What if knight takes? Well, that's fine, because he doesn't have this capture because of takes. This rook's protected from this knight. So I was thinking about some move where he takes here, and then at some point takes it, goes here with check, and then wins this, but he doesn't because this knight's protecting. So I think that's all fine. I'd like to castle soon, but this looks like just a free pawn. Because I don't believe there's any threat here at the moment. I need to, if I get rid of either this bishop or this bishop, then I'm looking pretty good. So maybe even something like queen here. Then I'll probably see this develop, and then it starts looking worse. So maybe keep the queen here. Yeah, I was thinking about something like that, but I don't believe it works. So just make sure you don't have this check, because I take. Oh, but are you thinking of this? Ah, okay, I get ya. Okay, I'll just go here. The idea, I believe, was take the pawn, takes, check, and that's checkmate. This knight stops that capture, and then I'm going to have to break up my centre, but this is a pinned knight. So this queen's forced to stay with this knight at the moment. So it looks very risky from his point of view if I find the right moves. Like I think his attack is losing if I find the right moves, but if I find the wrong moves then I get checkmated. So it's obviously an opening he's looked at. Now, having got rid of that, I believe my position is better. All I need to do is castle, and I should be fine. I don't want to castle kingside because of these pieces. So queenside might be good, but my king will end up here, so a bit on the open. So maybe that just looks losing. The rook's protected. Looked at this. Backwards knight move. So now you're just losing a piece because of if you capture here, I capture your queen. So I can't take this pawn, annoyingly, because of this move pins my piece and I lose a piece. So I will have to just back up. Now I'm going to look at trading off pieces. So if he doesn't castle, then we'll play bishop here. And that will force him to trade off a piece. Either that or give up his rights to castle. Either one I'm fine with. I would rather trade off a piece though, because my king currently looks a bit weak. I'll play my bishop to here at some point, defend both of these pawns, and allows this rook to come out. I might castle kingside now, having gotten rid of those pieces, but up a piece, I should be able to finish this without too much difficulty. I like the idea of bishop here, queen here, threatening mate. Then I can play knight here, forcing, well, having ideas of capturing and checkmating. So that could get a piece traded off. So I think I'll play this. Still need to be careful of oh no, I've blundered already. Straight away. Queen check. Wins the piece back. Not good from me. Should have took more time to think about that, but he should spot this. It's a common tactic. He might like to keep the idea of his eye on this pawn, but I can't take this at any point because of my king's in direct line of fire. I think better in that position was just bishop here. Just stop any of these checks. So that should have been the move I played. And if he doesn't play this queen check, then I will be playing this. I think I'll be playing this even if he does. So assume he plays the best move. Maybe I want to keep this pawn, because that would lose a pawn. Oh, it was allowing many pawns, so let's play this. Unfortunately, we're giving the piece back. Okay, let's try not to blunder anymore. We have a worse pawn position, although it's more centralised. But we do have an isolated pawn here, so I'd say my position is worse. Pawn push. I don't mind him getting his queen here. We trade off and this pawn's weak. Let's do this. No threats currently check and check. So look okay on that front. This gives me ideas of this bishop and opening attacks on this pawn as well. And rook over ideas. The queen's directly under threat at the moment, so he has to do something. This is I'm fine with. Takes. Move the king up. Rook over, I just take this pawn. So most likely retreating the queen. If something like queen here, I move the bishop here to protect this pawn. Okay, do I keep the pawn push? I think I open up this file. I'm thinking about strange ideas of if rook here, let's say there's some other pawn in between move, I get this in, rook takes, queen takes, queen takes, rook takes, queen back, checkmate. That's an interesting tactic. Unfortunately won't be working right now. I want to not castle for right now because I like this idea, this pawn pushing forward. I think getting my rook here, eyeing up this bishop, thinking about coming here and then moving over looks good. So I'll go with that. Push the pawn, I can take here. This pawn's protected from my queen. Yeah, annoying that I blundered, but hopefully I'll recover. My position's still better, I believe, because of his pieces aren't active. Okay. I can continue with my plan, because the knight has no squares to move to. Where's the queen go? The queen... I go here afterwards. What's he do? This? Oh. This? And so if I sacked, wouldn't really do anything, unfortunately. But if I got my queen in, then it would. So I'm thinking that, rook over here, and then push the pawn. Queen here we're kind of hoping for, but okay. I weren't fully expecting it. I don't like that move. I shouldn't have played that. No. I shouldn't have played that. This just improves his position. I just played a move without thinking. It's annoying. Shouldn't have played that. I don't mind this, but then he gets this in, and then what am I doing? I could start threatening his king, maybe. Here. I still have access out. Okay. Start opening up on his king. Pawn push. The queen here. Not here. And then I suppose you can trade queens off, annoyingly. But his knight is under attack, so it will have to move. Oh, that's an annoying move. Move here. Now pawn pushes, we can take this pawn. Got ideas of queen here. Threatening checkmate. Let's look at this. This move. Then what? Takes. I don't see it. Just don't see it. Doesn't work. Just doesn't work. Found good defence so far. Queen here. Ah, there is lots of mates there actually. So I say queen here, here, takes, takes, takes. What does he do in this position? Rook here. That's checkmating. Okay, so what's he do if not queen there? With rook there, sorry. Something like that, then just take here. Threatening his queen, threatening to play check and checkmate him. Yeah, I think that's winning. A lot of threats here. Pawn push, I just take. Capture, take. Okay, so take, 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 threatening this pawn, threatening this check that leads to checkmate. Yeah, if you can't see the checkmate, then it would be check, king here, not king here, king here, check, king back, well, king to this corner, and then queen comes in, checkmate. And there's also another route, but it is checkmate. I don't want to waste time explaining it because I've only got 2 minutes left, so I'm pretty sure this is checkmating. Could I have access through here and through here? Right, the king's very weak. Okay, just make sure this is checkmate. Check. King goes here. Check with the rook. Goes here. Queen here. It's checkmating, I believe. Yep. Okay. Maybe not that bit. So king here. I win the queen, maybe. He's taking a lot of time to think. But he's not dead, so he does it very... I'm interested to see whether he's dead. But I'm not entirely sure. But I don't think he could have took that rook when I sacked it. Yeah, I don't like playing that knight move. I was fine with that queen move that I thought about, but I wasn't sure about it. Yep, just losing a piece. Then I throw away the piece straight away. Yeah, I didn't like that. It likes the sack now, okay. I weren't sure whether it was good straight away, but doesn't like it here. But yeah, I didn't think he could take. If it was force mate, I must have missed it. Oh, I got a brilliant move. Nice. It's not often that happens. Ah, okay, yeah, that's force mate. Yeah, I missed it completely. Yeah, that would have been a nice way to end it, just checkmate there. We got orange, okay, good. I wanted to play him. I am recording, I have got mic on, so let's see how he starts this up. I'm gonna play a French then, my favourite, advanced variation. So the idea was to get this in. My ideas of taking in the centre and pushing forward. Try and attack this pawn now. With this knight here, can't push the pawn forward to defend it. So he'll be looking at moves like bishop here, which I can just play this. Play this, think about moves on this diagonal in future, gets the rook access to the fouls that are about to become open. still a fairly equal position. I'd like to still attack this pawn, which is weak. So possibly castle first before I start trying to attack. Like I could play something like this, but then this rook comes on this file and eyeing up my king. I'd rather be castled in this position. I could play that and then I trade, but that would be after obviously defensive square, so that would be the move that would come, which I wouldn't like. So we'll just prepare to castle here. Bishop here, I'd probably trade off. His pawn's on dark squares, so they're weak, so getting rid of a dark square defender seems to make sense. Although I do have the bishop pair. Maybe push the pawn and force him to take, and then I'll get my knight back. Can reroute. Don't know if I do want to reroute it yet though. Okay, that square is currently defended. Well, these squares are currently defended. I'll castle. Pushing is his idea, so maybe counter that. Start opening up the center. I quite like that position. I have a passed pawn. He does have an in-between move though. Okay. Maybe not going for it yet. Play this. Always good to have options of stuff like this for tactics. Now, I was fairly happy with a pawn push here. Knight here. How would he respond to that? Can't attack my knight. Queen has to move. Where does the queen go? The idea is to get this pawn moving. Need to start mobilising the centre. I wonder if I can play this. I can't because of the check. Can I play this? Still got a mobile centre here. Now I've got these 4 pawns connected in the centre, which should hopefully start moving at some point. Queen is having to defend this knight currently. Which isn't looking the prettiest of knights. Ideas of queen here to try and win that knight, because if the knight moves, then I can attack this square with checkmate. So if I go queen here, knight here to defend this square, I just capture, recaptures, and I checkmate. So lots of positional threats here. Okay. That's a move, I guess. I still have this. What does he do to this? If pawn push, I take. If take, then I win his queen. And I end up with a really good centre and some good pieces. I think my position's a lot better there. What does he do? How does he defend this piece though? He needs to defend this square. Yeah, I think this is good. Maybe pawn push is the only move here to recapture. Because after queen takes, bishop takes, my bishop's not threatening anything, so he would take and I take, and I've got a better centre, so I believe my position's better for the endgame because I've got this passed pawn. So we're going to get the queens traded off here as well as a pair of knights. So getting closer to an winning endgame, which is the goal. Get a slight advantage. The only slight advantage in this position was to get the passed pawn and then to trade off. So we are getting this position. Now I just need to slowly creep my pawns up. My bishop's doing an amazing job here. I have king moving here, and then ideas of rook here threatening checkmate. So he's struggling in the position quite badly. Very good bishop. Okay, that's just a free rook. I can see what he's doing. He was trying to get space for his king to run, but okay, yeah, I don't really care about that. Okay. Okay, game against Winwick. I'll look at that game against yours in a second. I'll play this game against Winwick first. He goes for England Gambit, so it's nice to see a change of play here. It's a Budapest he's playing, so knight here. Nice and standard. There's a way to hold on to this pawn, but double the pawns. Unfortunately, now we get queen here. And there is a very strange move in this position, which is queen here, which I believe is the way that you hold on to this pawn. But it's very risky, so we'll see how it goes, because I can't remember this line fully, but I believe it's queen here to hold on to the pawn. And of course we get the double pawns, which is, you know, a shame, but we hold on to our pawn advantage from the gambit. I have this move incoming, so hopefully no threats incoming. I can't see too much that he can do to get anything going without just accepting that he's lost a pawn here. I can't push this pawn take. I have this pawn. I don't know whether I take that though, because there's threats on my position. That's just a free piece. Okay, we'll get the queens off. So that's how you hold on to a pawn in the Budapest gambit, but you do get the doubled pawns and a slightly weaker king. But it is fairy queen here. I remember looking it up a couple months ago, so it's good to hold on to knowledge about that, but not entirely sure how to play as black in that position, so maybe I should go over that again. Just get the queens off. And we'll defend this pawn. Attacking this pawn, obviously can't take it though because of the good old trapping it. So he didn't need to do that. And we'll castle. No? Okay. Thinking maybe... Whoops, I meant to draw an arrow. It works anyway because this is coming afterwards. I just wanted to break up the structure. So it's a good way of breaking up your opponent's structure. He could always play this, but he'd still lose the pawn. So you might as well keep the pawn. It just loosens this structure, so now I've got moves like check to win that. So we'll target this rook. Now we'll win the rook. free rook. That one wasn't a free rook, so I was never taking that one. Back, and this is the duels game analysed, so we'll have a look at it. French defence, advanced variation. I usually enjoy these positions. Okay, so it was a good move to push the pawn. Just creating a pass pawn just creates a lot of weakness, so I've got an advantage in this position. Where exactly does it come from? Is it just from the opening held onto? Yeah, it's just giving up his light squared bishop seems to create the weakness, I suppose. In the end, my light squared bishop is very strong. Just like, there's no bad moves, it's just slowly getting worse. Yeah, it's just weakens the whole knight position here. I was thinking check, but I thought after king here, am I getting trapped? Oh no, I can move back because of the pin. Okay, yeah. I was wondering whether I was getting trapped or not, but there's a pin, so maybe, yeah, knight there. Sensible. Yep, my idea to get this mobile centre moving forward. The computer likes that. Pawn takes. I wasn't sure. I wanted my bishop in front of the pawn rather than behind it. Yeah, that just gives me the pawn in the centre. Yeah, and this queen move is something I was looking at, and it's just a winning endgame, I thought. Oh, that's also another move actually, isn't it? Yeah. Threatening to win a piece, and well, actually is winning a piece, because if knight takes, queen checkmate, rook takes, then we just take the rook with my knight, and then we're forking again. And sorry, we'll take it with the pawn, and then we're threatening to push and fork. And currently in that position also, this knight's under attack twice, only defended once, so not good. So only way to defend would be king here, and then this pawn push to fork both would win material. So yeah, that's a good move. That knight one I didn't spot. I just thought taking here and having the centre was just good. Yeah, so another option, because I still have to play king here. So pawn here, king here, then king here, rook here, check, and the king has this square to not get mated. But that was it essentially.